Bonjour mes gourmands, do you remember the fried wonton we made a couple of weeks ago? Well, today we're making much healthier wonton, a wonton soup to be precise. Soups are always nice to have either as a little starter or as a substitute for a whole meal if it's hot outside and your stomach can't be bothered to be working hard to digest heavy foods. No need to turn your back on nutrients because of that, right? Just have a good wonton soup instead. Also, it looks so pretty, if I say so myself, and I better just stop talking now because there are way too many reasons on why everyone should enjoy this wonton soup. So let's just start cooking now. For the wonton, you'll need 100 grams of ground meat, 3 pinches of salt, 1 teaspoon of sesame oil, pepper to taste, and 250 grams of store-bought wonton wrappers. For the soup, you'll need 500 grams or 1 pound of chicken giblets, or 1 kilogram or 2 pounds of pork bones. You'll need enough water to cover the giblets or bones, and an additional liter or 4 cups of water. You'll also need 50 ml or a fifth of a cup of fish sauce, 1.5 teaspoons of sesame oil, and spring onion as well as cilantro, which are both optional. First, add the pepper to the ground meat and give it a quick stir. Then add the sesame oil and continue to stir until combined. Now let's wrap the wonton. They're folded in the same way as in the fried version. However, this time we'll want to add in a bit less of the filling. The soup isn't as hot as the oil we fried the last wonton in, so it will take them more time to cook. Therefore, if you have the wonton for too long cooking in the water, the wrappers will get really soggy and they're also likely to fall apart. So to sum it up, we just want to add in a bit of filling to make sure the wonton will be done in a very short amount of time. And just like we did the last time, put some of the filling into the middle of the wrapper, moisten your finger with some water and run it around the meat. Fold the adjoining corners of the wrappers together and give the wrapper a firm pinch to seal up the filling. Continue until you run out of filling and wrappers. And well, a couple of minutes later, this is what my plate looked like. Like a plate full of little ghosts. Looking tasty already though. In a pot, bring some water to a boil over high heat. Once it starts bubbling away, you can reduce the heat to medium or medium-high depending on your stove. Place a couple of wonton in and cook until done, which is going to take about a minute or two. Just make sure the meat isn't red anymore. Repeat until all of the dumplings you have prepared are cooked. In another pot, bring more water to a boil. The pot should be able to hold about 2 liters or 8 cups of water. Anyways, bring it to boil, and at this point you'll want to place the giblets or bones into the water to cook them. In a regular pot, you'll need to cook them over medium heat for about 45 to 60 minutes. In a pressure cooker, that probably only takes like 5 to 10 minutes. Put a mesh strainer on top of a big bowl and strain your soup to make sure there are no pieces of crushed bones left in the soup. Discard the bones and pour the soup back into your bigger pot. Add as much water as you need to reach a soup volume of 2 liters or 8 cups. Pouring your soup into a measuring cup before transferring it into the pot might help you figure out how much water you will need. Now add the sesame oil and the fish sauce to the soup base and stir to combine. If the soup has cooled down too much, you can reheat it again. My soup, however, is still hot, so it's fine just as it is now. To finish the soup, just place as many wonton as you like into the soup and garnish the whole thing with chopped coriander or spring onion rings. Bon appetit! I hope you'll enjoy the wonton soup. I think it looks very fancy and elegant as a starter, even though it is so simple. Like I always say, often the most simple dishes are the best. Thank you so very much for joining me in the kitchen this week. If you have any questions, suggestions, or if you'd just like to say hi, then feel free to leave me a message in the comment section down below. If you're proud of your recreation, then make sure to send me a picture of it via Twitter or Instagram. Don't forget to give this video a thumbs up if you liked it, and if you haven't already, smack the subscribe button for more weekly content regarding delicious Asian foods and international patisseries. I hope to see you next Friday again when I have a new recipe prepared for you. Until then, bye!